1999 is a day of celebration for the 1.2 billion people of China. Today is New China's 50th anniversary. "500,000 people of all nationalities are gathering at Tiananmen Square in Beijing to celebrate the Grand Festival with a military review and a mass parade. At 9:58 a.m., Jiang Zemin, Li Peng, Zhu Rongji, Li Ruihuan, Hu Jintao, Wei Jianxing, Li Lanqing, and other Chinese party and state leaders come towards the rostrum to start the celebration.
庆祝中华人民共和国成立50周年大会现在开始，鸣礼炮。
Amid 50 gun salutes, 200 flag guards are marching from the monument to People's Heroes to the flagpole area.
全体肃立，升国旗，唱国歌。
Cordial greetings from the chairman of the military committee and responses from the officers and soldiers are reverberating over the 5-kilometer-long Chang'an Avenue. Taking part in the military review are units from the Navy, the Infantry, and the Air Force, an armed police unit, and a reserve unit. Altogether, there are 17 infantry units, 25 motorized units, and 10 Air Force units flying echelon. The military parade is composed of 42 groups involving over 10,000 officers and soldiers, as well as more than 400 military vehicles. This is the largest-scale military parade ever held since New China was founded 50 years ago. Following the review of the armed forces, President Jiang Zemin delivers his National Day speech.
全国同胞们、同志们、朋友们，今天我们在宏伟的天安门广场隆重庆祝中华人民共和国成立50周年，这是全国各族人民的盛大节日。
In his speech, Jiang Zemin has spoken about the major achievements of the past 50 years, particularly the past 20 years since reform and opening up. He reiterates that China will continue to pursue the policy of peaceful reunification and one country, two systems, and ultimately accomplish the national reunification of Taiwan with the mainland following the successful return of Hong Kong and Macau. He says China will continue to pursue the independent foreign policy of peace and develop friendly relations and cooperation with all other countries on the basis of the 5 principles of peaceful coexistence.
说好。
Now, the Guard of Honor of the People's Liberation Army is marching past Tiananmen Square from the east, holding the August 1st Army flag. The following 4 groups are composed of students and faculties from the National Defense University, the Army University, the Navy University, and the Air Force University. These universities have turned out thousands of high-ranking officers for the country's armed forces over the years. Following the university groups are infantry and Navy Marine Corps and Air Force units. There are also a group of female soldiers, an armed police unit, and a special task force unit. A reserve unit and 2 groups of male and female militia bring up the rear. Mechanized units of the PLA are driving towards Tiananmen Square along Chang'an Avenue. First, we can see 3 tank units and 3 armored vehicle units. Coming next are artillery units of the PLA. Some of the guns are shown in public for the first time and are designed and produced in China. Now passing the rostrum is the contingent of missile units. The new type ship-to-air missiles can not only hit enemy's aircraft, but also intercept low-flying missiles. The last four groups are composed of strategic missile units. The purpose for China to develop nuclear weapon capability is to break the monopoly by the nuclear superpowers and to finally wipe out nuclear weaponry. The Chinese government has repeatedly pledged that China will not be the first to use nuclear weapons at any time or under any circumstances. Flying over Tiananmen Square today are 10 echelons, 9 types, and 15 models of the aircraft, with a total of 132 planes. The tanker aircraft and Flying Leopard fighter bombers are designed and made by China and are shown in public for the first time. We have watched new fighter planes and weapons which are on show for the first time. This demonstrates that the Chinese Liberation Army is determined and has the ability to safeguard state sovereignty and territorial integrity. The mass parade consists of 3 parts: founding of new China and pioneering work, reform and achievements, and marching towards the new century. 90 floats and 38 groups with 140,000 people form the mass parade, and in the front are 3 groups of guards of honor carrying a national flag, a banner with 2 Chinese characters, National Day, on it, and a float in the form of a national emblem. The floats tell the stories from the Red Army on the Long March to the war against Japanese aggression during the 1930s to the military campaign to liberate Nanjing in the 1940s. The Chinese people founded New China after 28 years' bloody war under the collective leadership of Mao Zedong and other leaders. 10 floats demonstrate the achievements of the explosion of atom bombs, the launching of man-made satellites, and the discovery of Daqing oil field. Now, 2,000 girl students are marching forward carrying a huge portrait of Deng Xiaoping to the beat of the melody of the song, Story of Spring. This is the beginning of the second part, Reform and Achievements. Many of China's farm produce and industrial products are among the best in the world, and the average lifespan of the Chinese people has also reached top ranks in the world. Chinese athletes have won more than 1,200 world championships. China has reduced its rate of illiteracy greatly. The country has also achieved remarkable results in astronomy, mathematics, and genetic engineering. Greatly encouraged by the reform and opening up, the Chinese farmers are feeding 21% of the world's population with only 10% of the world's Arab land, thus solving the tough problem of food, which has troubled China for thousands of years. Deng Xiaoping has led the Chinese people to take a new road of building socialism with Chinese characteristics. This has brought about a rapid development of the Chinese national economy and the rapid growth of the country's overall strength. People's living standards has increased significantly. You can also see in the parade folk dances and children's dramas, as well as speaking opera and serial bells, which were made 2,000 years ago. These reflect some of the achievements of Chinese culture over the past 50 years. Today, the idea science and technology is a form of prime production force is deeply rooted in people's minds. These models and floats are demonstrating the rapid development of Chinese science and technology. People of various nationalities dressed in festival costumes are marching forward to the music, entering the new era around a huge picture of Jiang Zemin reporting to the 15th Party Congress. Floats from 31 provinces, autonomous regions, and municipalities depict their different local characters and conditions of development. 3 floats representing Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan are the reflection of the Chinese people's aspirations and determination to realize the reunification of the motherland. Now comes the procession of young pioneers, who are the youngest in a mass parade. Their appearance is an indication that China's future is full of hope. Thousand pigeons are flying towards the sky, and thousands of children are running across Tiananmen Square. The scene indicates the longing of Chinese people for world peace and their cherished hope that the whole of mankind might live a happy life. At night, all lights are lit in Tiananmen Square and tens of thousands of people are gathering to celebrate the National Day. Large-scale performances, colored lanterns, operas and dramas, and songs and dances are performed by more than 10,000 actors and actresses showing their love for the motherland. People from 56 nationalities use song and dance with their national characteristics to show that they live in a warm and harmonious big family. the ancient China, with 5,000 years of civilization, has developed vigorously after reconstruction by the Chinese people in the past 50 years. Facts show that China has entered a great era of development, and the Chinese people are marching into the new century with a brand new bearing.